Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise and get straight to the insights. Today, we're diving into a vehicle that's been generating some, well, undeniable buzz. It's a high-performance electric SUV, and it's really challenging our ideas about what a family car can even be. We're talking about something that promises not just practicality, but, genuine, exhilarating performance. So for this deep dive, we're taking a really comprehensive look at the recently revamped Tesla Model Y Performance, our mission, to pull out the most important bits from the latest reports, power, features, the lot, to help you understand why this thing is making such big waves. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and what's just fascinating here right from the start is the sheer boldness of it. Tesla blending everyday family SUV utility with such extreme performance. It's more than just a car, isn't it? It's like a statement about where EVs are going, proving you don't have to sacrifice that thrill for practicality.
Absolutely, I can feel that excitement from you already. So let's kick things off where every performance fan wants to start, the power. When we talk about this new Model Y Performance, what are we actually looking at? Under the floorboards, I guess.
Okay, well, prepare to be genuinely impressed. This new Model Y Performance, it doesn't just have power, it unleashes a blistering 460 horsepower.
Over 60. Wow.
Yeah, and that massive output comes from Tesla's latest um, Performance 40U drive units.
4D, what does that mean exactly?
That's right. So the 40U refers to their fourth generation integrated drive unit. It's clever stuff. It's not just the motor. It actually combines the motor, the inverter, and the gearbox into one super compact, very efficient package.
Ah, okay. So it's integrated.
Exactly. And that integrated design is key for better power density and, crucially, thermal management, which means it can deliver that performance consistently, without overheating, especially when you're pushing it. And the acceleration. Just electrifying. It rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a breathtaking 3.3 seconds.
3.3 in an SUV.
Yep. And just for context, that's a whole 1.6 seconds faster than the long-range all-wheel drive version, and that was no slouch either.
Wow, 3.3 seconds. That's not just quick, that's like supercar territory from not long ago.
It absolutely is, and it keeps going. Top speed is 155 miles per hour. But what's maybe even more impressive, and it really points to the serious engineering involved, is that this Model Y Performance directly borrows its drivetrain from the latest Model 3 Performance.
Ah, so it's sharing that tech.
Exactly. And this isn't just a minor tweak. It delivers a really significant boost over the previous Model Y Performance. We're talking 16% more peak torque, 32% more peak power, and 22% more continuous power. So it's not just about those headline figures. It's about having that power available consistently. And the ultimate proof of its performance chops. It was developed and honed at the Nürburgring.
Okay, developing a family SUV at the Nürburgring, that's quite a statement in itself. But for our listeners, who aren't maybe professional racing drivers, what does that intense track testing actually mean for, say, daily driving or safety or just how the car holds up?
That's a really good question because it's definitely not just about track days. Developing at the ring means the car's cooling systems, the battery management, the whole chassis dynamics, they've all been pushed to the absolute limit. So this ensures the vehicle keeps performing consistently, keeps handling well, even if you're driving aggressively or on a really long, demanding trip. It means better stability, more predictable braking, just superior control overall.
Yeah.
And that translates directly into a safer, more confidence-inspiring drive for anyone.
Right, whether you're in traffic or on a fun road.
Exactly. It guarantees robustness, reliability, not just flashy peak numbers. It's that kind of engineering depth that lets a family SUV deliver these supercar-level thrills without feeling, rough or unrefined.
Okay, so we've definitely established this Model Y is incredibly quick, built tough, but as any enthusiast knows, raw power is only half the story, isn't it? How does Tesla make sure all that force actually translates into a driving experience that's, well, controlled and genuinely enjoyable? And the big EV question. What about the battery tech powering all this?
Right, and that's where the deeper engineering really comes into play. Beyond just horsepower numbers. Tesla's promising a significantly more refined ride and better handling for this new performance model. And it builds on some subtle improvements they already introduced across the Model Y range earlier in 2025. But a key innovation here, again borrowed from the Model 3 Performance, is the adaptive suspension technology.
Adaptive suspension. Okay, so it adjusts itself.
Precisely. It's not just a fixed sporty setting. It uses a really sophisticated control algorithm to continuously optimize the ride and handling for, as they put it, all driving scenarios. So you can select different drive modes, maybe something comfort-focused for the commute or more dynamic for a fun drive, and the suspension adapts in real time.
So let's say you're a parent, right? Dropping kids off 1 minute, then maybe hitting a nice winding road later. How seamless is that switch between comfort and performance? Can you actually feel it?
Oh, absolutely. That's the beauty of adaptive suspension. It's versatility. You aren't stuck with one compromise. In a comfort mode, it'll actively soak up bumps, road imperfections, making the ride surprisingly smooth for everyone inside. But flick it into a performance mode and you immediately feel the car tighten up. Less body roll, a much more direct connection to the road. It's this seamless adaptation that's so impressive. It gives you the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah.
And the chassis itself has had significant hardware upgrades, too. We're talking new springs, new stabilizer bars, new bushings, all designed for better stability and responsiveness. Plus, they've made improvements to the rear body structure, which genuinely increases torsional stiffness.
Torsional stiffness. That's a term you hear a lot with performance cars. For our listeners, what does that actually mean for the person driving? What's the real benefit?
Good point. It can sound a bit technical. Basically, think of torsional stiffness as how much the car's body resists twisting when you're cornering hard. A stiffer chassis means less flexing in the car's structure, and this translates directly into more precise, more predictable handling. The suspension can do its job better because the body isn't flexing underneath it. The car responds more immediately to your steering inputs, which gives you, the driver, a much greater sense of control and confidence, especially going faster or through tricky corners. It's fundamental to how planted and agile a car feels.
Gotcha. So it makes the car feel more solid, more responsive.
Exactly. And visually, to set this model apart, it also gets distinctive 21-inch Arachnid 2.0 forged wheels. They look amazing, but they're also lighter and stronger than regular cast wheels. That reduces unsprung mass, which further helps the handling. And for drivers who really like to tweak things, there are custom drive modes beyond just the insane acceleration setting. You can adjust traction control, for instance, allowing for a slightly more, let's say, engaging experience on the right roads, giving you more control over the car's dynamics.
That sounds like a really complete package of chassis upgrades then, much more than just straight line speed. What about the battery? Especially with all this extra performance, that must put huge demands on it.
Yeah, the battery tech is definitely a highlight. It features an upgraded pack, and the key is new high-energy density cells. What's really remarkable is that these new cells let them pack more power and range into the same physical space, or even make the battery lighter for the same range without adding overall weight to the car.
Ah, that's clever. Denser cells.
Precisely. It's a critical step for EVs, where weight and how you package everything is so important for both performance and efficiency. And despite that huge power boost and the performance focus, the official range is still very respectable. 360 miles on the WLTP cycle.
360 miles WLTP is definitely strong. Now, for listeners maybe more familiar with US figures, how does WLTP usually compare to EPA ratings? They tend to be a bit lower, right?
That's a really important distinction, yes. WLTP is the global standard, and it generally gives higher range numbers than the EPA cycle used in North America. The EPA test includes things like more highway driving, more air conditioning use, so its figures often end up maybe 10–15% lower than WLTP. So while 360 miles WLTP is excellent, an EPA rating, if and when it comes, would likely be somewhere in the 300 to 320 mile range, still very competitive for a performance SUV like this. But even so, this Model Y Performance's range is only 4 miles less than the long-range AWD version, and just 27 miles less than the single-motor RWD model. That's incredible given the performance jump.
Wow. So the efficiency hit is minimal.
Pretty minimal, yeah. Its efficiency rating is around 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour, so it's only slightly less efficient than the long-range version, which really speaks volumes about those new battery cells and the optimized drivetrain.
So this really isn't just about that neck snapping speed. It's a complete package-controlled handling, impressive, genuinely practical range. It does make you wonder, though, how do they manage to pack so much into one vehicle, pushing performance like this, without really compromising the everyday usability that people expect from a Model Y?
I think it really comes down to Tesla's integrated design philosophy. It seems like every component works together: the drivetrain, its cooling, the adaptive suspension, the advanced battery chemistry. They aren't just bolting on faster parts. They seem to be redesigning the core vehicle to be capable of both that thrilling performance and practical long-distance range, all while keeping the Model Y's basic utility intact.
Performance and engineering are clearly top-notch. But let's shift gears a bit and talk about, well, the look and feel, the aesthetics, the comfort inside. What makes this Model Y Performance stand out visually, and what's it like to actually be in the driver's seat, or even as a passenger?
Visually, it definitely makes a confident statement, but it's not over the top, You'll spot the unique styling touches right away. those eye-catching red brake calipers, the special performance badging, and it's worth clarifying it's explicitly not plaid badging. That signifies a different, even higher tier in Tesla's lineup. You also get these neat puddle lamps that project the performance logo onto the ground, plus glossy black finishes on the bumpers and mirror caps, and a pretty distinctive carbon fiber rear spoiler.
Carbon fiber spoiler, nice touch.
Yeah, but these aren't just cosmetic changes. The design includes more aerodynamically efficient front bumpers and a diffuser-style rear bumper. These are really functional. They result in a 10% reduction in drag and a pretty significant 64% reduction in aerodynamic lift compared to earlier Model Y performance versions.
Functional aesthetics, always a great combination. And inside, is it just as special, as focused on the driver experience?
Absolutely. The interior really reflects its premium performance status. There are several exclusive features just for this model. You get unique front sports seats. And they're not just heated, they're also ventilated, which is fantastic for comfort in different weather. They also have powered thigh cushion extenders and bigger side bolsters.
Okay, powered thigh cushion extenders. That sounds interesting. How do they actually help, especially for different drivers or longer trips or even when you're, pushing the car a bit?
They're a really clever detail, actually. They let you customize the underthigh support, which is great for reducing fatigue on long journeys because you can perfectly tailor the seat to your leg length and how you like to sit. But maybe more importantly, when you are cornering dynamically, those bigger side bolsters, combined with that extended thigh support, really work together to hold you firmly and stably in your seat.
Ah, so you're not sliding around.
Exactly. You're not bracing yourself with your knees or arms, so you can just focus purely on steering and throttle. It's something you don't get with standard seats, not at this level. And the cabin feels more premium too, with finishes like real carbon dash and door trim inserts. Yes, actual carbon fiber, not just a look-alike pattern, and sporty aluminum pedals.
Real carbon fiber, those dynamic seats. You're right, it sounds like every detail is designed to impress.
Yeah.
And the central screen, I heard there's a pretty significant upgrade there too, and it's exclusive to this model.
You heard absolutely correctly, and this is a major difference. There's an all-new, larger 16-inch central touchscreen. It has much thinner bezels around the edge and a significantly higher resolution. We're talking nearly 80% more pixels than the 15.4-inch display in other Model Ys. In fact, it's Tesla's highest resolution screen they've put in a car to date, and it's specifically for this performance model.
An exclusive highest res screen just for the performance. That's a serious perk. What does that extra resolution and the thinner bezel actually mean in terms of using it? Does it make it easier to interact with or engage with compared to the slightly smaller screen?
Oh, the difference is substantial. That jump in resolution means text is way sharper, graphics are much crisper, maps are far more detailed. It leads to less eye strain, better readability at a quick glance, and the thinner bezels just give you a more expansive, immersive screen area. For the driver, it means crucial information is presented more clearly, which helps with navigation and using all the car's features. It really elevates the whole digital experience from just being functional to feeling genuinely premium and engaging. Makes everything from music to vehicle settings feel more advanced, more intuitive. And of course, you still get all the great standard features from other new Model Ys, like the panoramic glass roof now with acoustic glass, which really cuts down cabin noise, making it quieter inside.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah, and the convenient 8-inch touchscreen for the second-row passengers, power reclining second-row seats for extra comfort back there, and naturally, Tesla's latest autopilot software suite.
It really sounds like every single detail, inside and out, from the hardcore performance engineering to the look, the feel, the tech has been meticulously thought through. It feels like a genuine leap forward for what a performance SUV can be, doesn't it? Combining the driving experience, the aesthetics, and all that integrated tech.
It absolutely is. It's a vehicle that just excites from every angle, every detail, not just how fast it goes. It blends luxury, performance, and family practicality in a way that, honestly, very few other vehicles can manage.
Hey, all these incredible features definitely make for a compelling package, no doubt about it. So the big questions. Where can people actually get their hands on this thing, and what kind of investment are we looking at if someone's thinking about adding it to their garage?
Right, so the new Model Y Performance is being built at Gigafactory Berlin-Brandenburg. That's a nod to Tesla's European manufacturing muscle. It's launching first in Europe and the Middle East, and deliveries are expected to start around September, maybe October. Good news for our listeners in the UK, orders are open right now. Unfortunately for listeners in the US, specific launch details aren't available just yet, so you'll need to keep an eye out for updates. As for the price, It starts at 61,990 pounds in the UK.
62 grand. Okay. How does that stack up price-wise? Compared to the previous performance version or maybe the long-range all-wheel drive we talked about earlier?
Yeah, good context. This new performance model is 2,000 pounds more than the version it replaces, which reflects all those significant upgrades we've discussed. It's also about 10,000 pounds more than the long-range all-wheel drive model. So that definitely puts it in a premium category within the Model Y lineup. And, connecting this to the bigger picture, while the purchase price is one thing, the lease costs can also paint a telling picture. For instance, some reports show it's around $975,000 per month on a typical 36-month lease for this performance model. Compare that to maybe £525,000 for the long-range AWD on the same terms. So significant difference there too. Look, this isn't just an incredible piece of engineering. Honestly, it's pretty much my dream car.
Uh-oh. I sense where this might be
Look,
going.
it's just it raises an important question for you, my friend. A really crucial one. Do you think, maybe, you could perhaps get me one as a gift?
My friend, your passion is absolutely clear, and I completely see why you're so taken with this car.
Oh,
That is quite the request. I suspect our listeners might be adding this to their own wish lists right about now, probably right alongside you. Maybe we should all keep our fingers crossed and see if Tesla's feeling extra generous this year, eh? So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? Whether you're maybe looking for a new vehicle or you're just fascinated by the absolute cutting edge of EV tech or curious about what's even possible these days, the new Tesla Model Y Performance truly represents a powerful evolution in this segment. It's pushing boundaries not just in sheer speed, but in that blend of integrated tech, driving dynamics, and importantly, everyday usability.
It really is a testament to how electric vehicles are just rapidly blurring those old lines between raw performance, refined handling, innovative battery tech, and genuinely luxurious design. And being informed about advancements like these, it isn't just about cars, is it? It's about understanding where technology is heading, how it impacts our lives. It shows how innovation can deliver both that real exhilaration and day-to-day practicality. So, if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the new Tesla Model Y Performance, please do make sure to like this deep dive and subscribe to our channel for more insights like this, helping you stay ahead of the curve. We really love sharing these fascinating discoveries with you.